Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Printer Exotics.
Today we are going to be rehousing the two Asian forest scorpions that we got at Ridgeway Exotics. We've had these about a month. We got them in their Halloween sale, so we got them nice and cheap. They've been in these cricket tubs. They're only small, so they don't need a big enclosure, but we're going to be housing them in some Braplast containers we got off online. They come in a few different sizes. We've bought one of each just to show you what sort of sizes they are. So they come, this is the biggest one they do. This is more for like burrowing species, and it's like a pop top, which is quite good with ventilation holes on top.
Then the next size we have is a lot lower down than the one Tom just showed you, but it's a lot longer. And then these come with a kind of like a quarter of it, can open up. It makes it easy for feeding and stuff like that.
And then we've got the smallest one that we're going to be using today. It's basically a smaller version of this one. It's got the same pop top, so if you have something that's going to escape very quick, you can open it, change the water, feed it, anything like that. And another cool thing about these, I don't know if you can see, they've got like tiny little notches on each corner, which means the two smaller ones, you can stack them on top of each other and they won't move. They're nice and secure. Or if you have these ones as well, the two actually stack on top of each other like that, and you can do loads of different combos. So you can stack it however you like. It looks nice and pretty, and it's not gonna fall off. It's gonna be nice and secure.
Alright, so we are now going to get into a different camera angle for you guys and start to set up these two new enclosures.
So we're gonna start by having a look at the two baby Asian forest scorpions we got. One of them, as we said in the previous video, has actually molted twice, so it's a little bit bigger, which I believe is this one.
Which hopefully the camera can pick up. There he is. So that's one of the ones that we have. Actually picks up quite nicely on the camera.
So yeah, he's a little bit bigger. They're both eating nicely, fed them a couple crickets and a couple, dummy. Fed them a couple crickets and a couple mealworms, and they seem to eat them nicely. And then we've got this one, which hasn't molted yet, and you'll notice something about this one. This one is fat. Don't know if you can see. If you take the light away, you'll see all the pink on this. Look at all the pink between his exoskeleton. That's how chunky he is. He's ready to molt, so I'm hoping he'll molt in his new enclosure. But he is very nice. So let's get in to start setting up these new enclosures.
Alright, so like we said, these are going to be the ones that we are putting the actual new scorpions into with their little flap at the front. We think these are actually a really good product, especially for the price. Right now in the Black Friday sale, they're actually just under £1 each, so you know, you can't really go wrong because they are they're a sturdy Tupperware box, but designed to keep the animals, and they've got like the ventilation holes here as well. So these are actually 18.5 by 12.5 by 7.5 centimeters. So it is actually quite a nice size, especially for the baby scorpions that we're going to be putting in there.
So we're going to start off with the substrate for our Asian forest scorpion. Asian forest scorpions are from Southeast Asia, from Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, places like that. So we are going to be doing a tropical setup for this species. And if you've watched any of our tropical videos in the past, we use Arcadia Earth Mix, the jungle one. It's just a really good substrate. We've got this half a bag left from other projects that we've been doing, which is quite nice. So we're going to put a nice thick layer because they will make sort of a little burrow, and they have cork bark, so we'll add that in there as well.
Yeah, we've bought quite a few bags of this recently due to Black Friday sales. You can't go wrong having this spare, just ready for any setup that you might want to do. Wonderful, so now we've got the two ones filled with substrate. We're just going to water these down a bit, get them nice and moist. If the spray gun works.
Yeah, that's why these ones, they're really cheap. They're like, what pound? $1.99. But when you turn it, you can't spray it. That's why if you get one of the pressurized ones, it's a little bit better. So do that. Give that a little mix, because they do like it humid. So you want it sort of 70 to 80% humidity. As long as you spray it down every couple days, couple times a week, they're going to be nice and healthy. You don't necessarily need a water bowl when it's so humid, because we'll be spraying it down and we'll spray down the cork bark. This will actually create sort of small little pools of water on the cork bark, and they can drink from that, and that reduces the risk of them drowning. Such a small scorpion, if it were to get in the water bowl and it couldn't get out, it would drown, so that wouldn't be very good.
So we're going to be taking out the cork bark that we currently have in these two guys' enclosures, which they use as their burrow right now.
So what we're going to do, sort of make a little burrow almost in the middle of the enclosure and put the cork bark on top of it. This means they've got a nice ready little burrow that they can go into. They can be nice and happy in there. Yeah, these are just a couple bits we had spare, which is quite good. We didn't have to buy any cork bark. Just got these spare bits, which is nice. And we use quite a lot the Ardisia leaves that come in the Exoterra dual layer forest pack. So we're going to sprinkle a few of these on there. This is going to create more sort of hiding spaces, because they're such a small scorpion at this stage. If we just put them in there, it's little hides and stuff like that.
And then this just gives a nice bit more of 3D texture for him to walk around on and climb over stuff.
As I said, that cork bark's great because you get all these little pools of water, so when they go in, it's going to raise the humidity. They can be able to drink off here. They'll drink off the sides of the glass, which is nice. So I think that's about it. We're probably ready to
rehouse. So we're going to do these one at a time. Give you guys a bit of a close up into releasing it.
If we start with the chunky one.
There you go. So as you can see, this just kind of gives you a perspective of how small these guys are. You know, they've got lots of growing left to go. And now they have a bigger enclosure to do it in.
That's not hard.
So that is the first one in now. And then we're going to swap over and we are doing the second one.
So this is the bigger one. This one's molted twice, so it'll be a while before this one molts again.
And there is the second one for you. This one's a little bigger than the first one. So now we're just going to slowly course him down into he's in like the palm of my hand, so he's in the most awkward position. There we go. Yeah, and and on. There we go. Second one now housed as well. And we're going to put the lid on with the flap away from the hide.
So yeah, if we do choose to put a water bowl as they get a little bit bigger, we can put the water bowl this end and we can just open that flap up, put the water bowl in, or if they're particularly, these ones aren't too aggressive, so you can open up the tank. They can't get out because they're sort of the same height as what we've left on top of the substrate. But they seem to be having a little explore, which is nice. And the fact that there's these 4 ventilation holes, there is some ventilation, but it's going to keep the humidity up. It's not like it's a mesh top, which is quite nice, but it's going to be a nice humid environment. And that is important when they're molting. So this one's due to molt soon, and the higher the humidity environment means it's going to be able to slip out of its exoskeleton a bit better, and it won't have a bad molt and that's when things can go wrong.
And then speaking of ventilation, you know, being plastic tubs, it also allows you and gives you the opportunity to also put holes in the side if you wanted more ventilation. You know, you could literally just get anything, a simple like small screwdriver, and you could just puncture the holes in the side.
Yeah, that'll be worth thinking about if we get something like a Desert Hairy, or we're looking into get like a Israeli Desert Gold. Because they're desert species, we might have to put some more holes in it, which is a good point. You could either do it along the top, like they've just put it in these grooves. Because I think these grooves, once they're on the other tubs on top, you've still got the ventilation, which is good. It doesn't trap off the ventilation. So we'll have to look into that. So with these guys, they're going to stay in here for a while. Obviously, they've got a few more molts left in them before we upgrade them to the bigger tub we showed you earlier. These ones are a little bit bigger, same sort of depth, so you get the same substrate depth. It just has more room to move about. And we keep these on top of our centipede enclosure at the moment. So they're a bit above room temperature, sort of 24 degrees. This means that they don't have to have separate heat pads and stuff like that. They can just go in a nice warm area. When we expand our invertebrate collection a bit more, we're going to probably make like a custom tank that's like a heated tank, like a 4-foot tank. We can put all our different invertebrates in. That'll keep them nice and warm and all separate. And then we can take them out as we need them. It means you get less power and you save a bit.
But as for now, we are going to be signing off. So we hope you have enjoyed this quick video of rehousing our 2 new baby scorpions. We hope you guys did enjoy, so don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any future updates on this, guys.
And don't forget to head over to TikTok and Instagram. On Instagram, you get all the daily updates on all the different exotic animals we keep, as well as check out the podcast that is now on YouTube and on Spotify. It's sort of like a 45-minute episode. Not sure how often we're going to do it, but you get to see a bit of behind the scenes and know a little bit more about us.
But for now, guys, we hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.